On this episode, we talk about which one's better, online or live classes, and we even discuss whether you should be taking practice tests or not before the big day. What's up, guys? It's your friend Chris Donaldson here, and this is the Ask Donaldson Show. On today's show, I'm going to answer one of the most common questions that I get. In fact, it's probably emailed, called in, sent on social media, or everything else more than any other question. And that is, which is better, online courses or live courses? Okay, so here's your answer to that question. It's very simple. People ask us all the time, whether you're preparing for an exam, you're getting ready to get your new real estate or insurance or mortgage license, whether it's post-licensing, learning sales skills, you're continuing ed, people always ask, what's better, which is better, which is better? The answer to that is, wrong question. It's not that one is better than the other. In fact, it goes back to, 1999, there have been studies about what's called, here's some nerd terms for you, the no significant difference phenomenon. Whew, yeah. There's over 200 cited reports in, actually, I have it right here, in this research report alone. Yes, I've read it. And it's part of the reason I believe in everything that we do here. But this goes back to any sort of technology that's implemented to help students learn anything. Is there a difference in performance? And again, no significant difference phenomenon. So the reason I say it's the wrong question, the question isn't which one's better. The question is which one is best for you. It depends on what you need. It depends on what you're after. It depends on what you want as to why you would choose one or the other. So, look, this is the Ask Donaldson Show. I'm not going to sell you on one of our programs. I'm not going to sit here and use this for marketing. I'm just going to talk to you about both approaches to learning so you can help understand. For instance, classroom, right? Live. You're in a physical place with classmates, with an instructor, in the room, in the facility, in the arena, whatever it is. And you know you got to be there at a specific place, at a specific time, and the information is going to be presented live to you by a human being, and then hopefully you'll be able to raise your hand as an example and ask questions, right? Traditional classroom lecture presentation style. It's got a lot of advantages. If I've got you in a room full of your colleagues and we're hands-on, I think that there's a lot of advantages to having your attention, presenting it right there, being able to get live feedback, and all of us being on the same page. But look, it's 2020. Most of the reports that I just referenced were published in 1999 or before. Online courses are a booming industry. I've been in the online course business since 2001, I believe, maybe 2002, probably 2001 when we were building the first course, and 2002 when it was released, because that's when real estate courses were finally allowed to be taken online in my home state of Louisiana. So if you think about it, it's still a relatively new industry. And that's why I understand a lot of people ask questions, because a lot of you have never taken an online course before, or you hear about what an online course may or may not be, or maybe like me, you took one in the early days like I did at my university, which was basically a textbook plastered online with some quizzes. Well, technology has obviously come a long way since then. So if you're looking at online courses, it's the convenience factor. It is about being able to, instead of sitting in a classroom, like a video like this, watch in your pocket in real time. Watch on your tablet. Bust out your laptop, right? Take the course on your schedule, on your time, on your device. So it's not about which one is better. It's about which one's best for you. And what I will tell you is, at least I could speak from our standpoint, that we make both as robust as possible, and we allow usually as much crossover as possible. So classroom students can use the online platform, and online platform students can transition to classroom if it's something they feel that they need. So, we always try to service both, but just want you guys to understand that as soon as we get over this one is better than the other, we'll start to realize they're both amazing. In my career alone, I have taken some amazing live seminars. I'm a live instructor. I love the energy that we can put into a room. I love that interaction. I like to say something profound or tell a funny story, and we all laugh together. There's an infectious energy in a room that you just can't quite replicate online. I love it, but I also love the online delivery. I like that I can record this video and you can watch it when you want, right? You can watch it at your convenience. I love the idea of being able to structure things to where I'm giving you everything I would give you in a classroom on your schedule, on your device. Man, that is awesome. So I've taken, whether it's professional courses, my own personal development, university classes, you name it, I've done all of them, all those various ways. I've taken some online courses that I've absolutely loved. I love the convenience because I'm a busy executive running 2 education companies and a real estate consulting brokerage. I don't have time to go to a place at a time and listen to an instructor all the time. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just bad for my schedule. So I appreciate online courses, live webinars, live streaming classes like we do, which is really the best of both worlds. So really, you just want to consider what's most important to me, and then make sure whatever you're looking to learn that you don't say, well, it has to be in class. Maybe open up your mind, or it has to be online. Maybe open up your mind, because a lot of times people that thought they were going to like one like the other, or they said they would never do one and love it. So it's important to consider that. Ask a better question. It's not that one's better than the other. It's which one is best for you. So do we have time for another question? I think we have time for one more question. Okay, so there's also a lot of things that come up. And something else, we'll just call this the preparation or the frequently asked questions edition. A question I also get asked a lot, or something that comes up a lot, is the idea of taking practice tests and that being studying. And something that I always want to make sure that I mention is that if you want to succeed on an exam, you need to put in the work. And putting in the work means studying. And studying is about much more than taking practice quizzes. Just remember, the word assessment, by its very nature, which is what a test is assessing your level of knowledge of that thing, right? So the example I've used before, and I'll put it right here for you, is I know nothing, just for background, nothing about, I don't know, astrophysics. I think that's a thing. Astrophysics, like space science. Nothing, as you can see. I don't even know if that's the right word. Astrophysics, I think it is, right? I mean, the math involved that's calculated alone when these people are talking about like the mass of a planet. I find it interesting to watch somebody that's really smart explain that to me, but that's just not my thing. So if you gave me a test right now on astrophysics, right now, I don't know, 50 questions, multiple choice, guys, the only ones I'm going to get right are going to be lucky, right? Like maybe I'll get a 25% because I picked C or choice 3 for everyone and I got a 25%. It would be pure luck. Here's what I want you to learn. If I went and just took that test again, just right after that, I hate my 25%, I can do better, and then I go take it again. If I did no studying, no learning, I have no more understanding of astrophysics, space science, between test 1 and test 2, Why would I expect my score to increase? Why would I expect to do better? It makes no sense. I've learned nothing about astrophysics. I've taken a test twice. So what I want you guys to understand is that an assessment means by practicing, you're sort of getting the feel for what you know and what you don't. And if you're preparing for like a license exam or, whatever it may be, the SAT or the ACT, it could be any test at all. Look, use practice tests, but also learn the concept, learn the definition, learn whatever it is that the question is asking about, because then I can throw 5 questions at you as an instructor that are all about the same thing, and you should be able to get them all right. It's not about the questions and answers. It's about knowing the information. So remember what an assessment is. And practice tests, guys, are a great tool. They are not the replacement for the studying and the learning that you'll need to do. So one more kind of example that I can use on that is, for instance, let's say you were going to take a 100-question test. Just a 100-question multiple choice test. And I told you, hey man, hey lady, hey friend, I have a copy of your test that you're going to take. These are the 100 questions and the answer key. I have it right here. Your questions and the answers. Now, forgetting the ethics part of the debate, let's just say it's completely legal and legitimate for you to have that, right? If I said here, and this was the actual test and answers you were going to take tomorrow, you'd be crazy not to take it. However, you'd still have to study, wouldn't you? You'd have to study because you'd have to sit down and memorize at least enough of the 100 questions and their answers in order to pass the test you're taking tomorrow. So even if I gave you the questions and the answers, you still got to study. So make sure that you're not trying to use practice quizzes or practice tests or more as a crutch for the hard work of learning the concept. Use them for what they're intended for, which is to assess your knowledge, to help you understand, and to practice your test-taking skills. But taking practice tests alone is not enough. You've got to combine the learning, the reading, the work with the assessments. Now you're doing proper preparation. So hopefully that helps, because that's something I get asked a lot, and I really want to see you guys succeed. I don't want you to waste your energy and your time doing something that's not actually going to help you. That's the goal. If you're going to put in the work, let's do things that are effective. All right, so I think we're out of time. I wanted to squeeze in 2 questions. Again, this is the Ask Donaldson show. We talked about online versus classroom. We talked about taking practice quizzes and how to study appropriately. So hopefully you found this helpful. So actually, I want to know in the comments below this video, tell me, what is your preferred method of learning? Do you like online or do you like live in class? I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, take a moment, subscribe to our channel, go over to christalks.com, join the email list, and be a part of what we're doing here, because all of it is centered completely around you. Until next time, this is your friend Chris Donaldson, and this has been the Ask Donaldson Show.